G'day and welcome back to Space Engineers DIC expansion. I've been doing some more drilling. Drilled another hole down there to get some more ice and some iron as well. And yeah, it's hydrogen is looking good. I've made some changes to Ma. What are we up to? 131 million liters. Okay, that looks good. I have charged the jump drives. I put a bit of charge into the batteries as well. I was running the engines to do that. And yeah, looking good. Okay. So the changes, I found a couple of bugs with like my features that I have. So I've rectified those. Things like there was an edge case where the solar tower could get disabled. Essentially, the way I disable it is there's a sensor measuring where the solar panels are. So when they're at the 0 position, like all the rotors line up, it displays that it's been disabled. And there is a slight possibility that that could happen while it is actually still active, if the rotors just happen to all line up at once. So to rectify that, I turn off that that timer block, and I only turn it on when I'm actually disabling it. So there's no chance of it accidentally displaying that. Another problem I found is that if the cargo got below 75%, it would unlock the drills, like the drill head and the arms, and yeah, cause all sorts of problems. We actually had a little bit of damage up here because I had the drill rig retracted, and I was just processing the iron on board, and yeah, cargo went down to 75%, and it unlocked the drill head, and yeah, spun around, and it did a little bit of damage down here. Not a great deal, just a little bit of armor damage, and this hydrogen engine took a little bit of damage as well. So I repaired that, and I fixed that by making sure that those timer blocks that control the pause and resume drilling, they are only activated while the drill is in action. Just so we don't have a repeat of that. I added a bunch of lights to the outside, which you no doubt already saw. I'm really happy with all the lights on the actual pistons. I think that looks awesome. When they're all extended out, I've got them down here as well. It just really, it gives it a good bit of detail. What else did I do? I installed ore detectors down here, so that'll help with finding ore. And yeah, then I've got some spotlights down there, well, mainly landing lights. That was my main concern. What else did I do? I installed those hydrogen tanks on the main body that I wanted to do. And for those of you that are interested, because I added these later than the rest of them, they didn't naturally equalize. I had to set these to stockpile to even everything out. And yeah, so I did that, and now the reading is pretty close to being the same as what's in the nacelles. What else did I do? I added a bunch of O2 generators, H2O2 generators. Reason being is I wanted enough that we could keep all of these H2 engines running, because you need 2 hydrogen generators to every 1 hydrogen engine. So we now have, I think it's 33 actually. 37. Never mind, I'm an idiot. Yeah, so basically there was a whole bunch of space underneath this. So I have, I think there's about 15 extras just sitting underneath the floor here, as well as the 15 that's up there. And then I had a little bit of space in the walls here, so I added some more in there. So if we have enough ice, we can actually, we can run all the H2 engines and still accumulate hydrogen into the tanks, which is awesome. I don't think I did anything else. Oh, I did change that locking mechanism for lining it up. So I did extend that sensor out like I said I was going to do, so it doesn't pick up this subgrid, and that allowed me to lower the sensor range to pick up this instead. So I've been able to remove those little bits of armor there. And yeah, I tested it out on that hole, obviously, and yeah, it worked out beautifully. Yeah, she's a pretty big cavity in here now. I also I underestimated how wide the actual drill is. We don't need to get anywhere near as close as that. Because yeah, when they were fully extended, the drill arms, they came right out to here. But anyway, that's all the updates so far. And I have taken another blueprint of it as well. But I'm not going to upload it yet because technically it's not finished, because we still need the third landing gear. But anyway, today what I want to do is I want to go to another planet, and I've been having to think, you know, where do we want to go? What do we want to do? I was thinking Mars first, so we could go and get some platinum. But then I was thinking maybe we should go to the moon and establish some sort of an outpost, or possibly a base. I'm contemplating moving over onto the moon, because that'll give us direct access to all the other planets quite easily. One thing I did want to check is, are we able to build field emitters? No, so we need platinum for that. Okay. Because I wanted to get some shields on that thing, but that's alright. Yeah, and we can't build the better solar panels until we can get platinum as well. The platinum's really letting us down. So maybe we should go to Mars. Yeah, I'm not sure, because we really do need platinum, don't we? We've got gold. Okay, what if we go to Mars first, pick up platinum, and then we go to the moon and we start building a base? What the? Oh, I know that shape. It's gonna be Mother DIC. Thank you. All right, let's see what she has to say. If I can access the button.
6-9, you are proving to be an invaluable member of Dominant Industrial Corporation. Your gooch right on time and in immaculate condition. Thank you. I'm going to assign 2 drones to your sector to scan for signs of opportunities. If they find anything, I will inform you. Now, Your next task, albeit optional, is to launch a satellite to the following coordinates to establish a more robust communication link with the mothership in Sector 1. The SATCOM would allow instant messages between you and Sector 1 without this primitive carrier.
Okay, cool. So we're in the good books. We're in the good books with Mother DIC. That is beautiful. I've noticed that she's, I don't know, like, I'm not sure if it's just the messages or whatever, but it's like, I don't know, she gets a little bit glitchy at times. Not 100% sure. But let's go in here. We will grab these coordinates. And new from clipboard. SATCOM. Where is it? Ah, turn your HUD on, Timmy. There it is. 167 kilometers away in that direction there. That's not too bad, actually. We could do that. Now the moon is off in that direction there. I believe Mars is off in that direction. So yeah, we could do that on the way. I mean, it's not required. We don't need to do it, but it would be good to stay on Mother DIC's good side. And she seems to want this communication link up there. So, all right, that gives us a plan. Let's build a satellite, and then we'll take that and Ma up to, well, we'll drop the satellite off, and then we'll head over to Mars, come back to the moon, and set up a new base. Sounds good. All right, so satellite building time. Okay, well, either way, it looks like the range does increase the power. All right, we need to do a better test. So would a kilometer be 10 kilowatts? Yes. I think we might have to redesign this a little bit with a bit more power capabilities. There it is. It's fucking connected. So one thing I noticed with Tugger is even though it has enough thrust to lift stuff, its gyroscope power is nowhere near enough. So that'd be a potential upgrade. what we could do is with these things is we can actually scale them back. So rather than only having enough to handle this ship, we could have enough to handle big, heavy loads. And we could just wind it back when we don't need it. All right, cool. We're ready to launch. I'm gonna, oh shit. Actually, we're not ready to launch because we're going to the moon to set up a base and we've got no materials on board to be able to build with, and we don't have an assembler or anything on Ma. So I will grab some materials, like just enough to make possibly an assembler and just a few bits and bobs that we're going to need. We've got refineries on there, so we don't need to worry about that, but we do need an assembler. And that's probably about it, to be honest. Everything else we can do from Ma. But it would be good just to have some spare stuff, like just in case we need to repair something, or something I haven't thought of, or something like that. So I'm gonna get that all organized, and then I'll bring you guys back. All right, we are ready to go, guys. Let's turn the thrusters on. Tugger is completely chockers. I gave up on the idea of only grabbing the materials I needed for an assembler and, you know, a couple of other things. I grabbed like thousands of everything. So hopefully we've got enough to like get ourselves situated. We should do. All right, let's turn off the additional thrusters. I have a separate switch where it turns off all thrusters except for like one in each direction, because these thrusters are so powerful because of the tier 2 bug, where they're creating copious amounts of thrust. So it just helps with like parking and stuff like that. All right, now the tugger does actually fit in here, but it is quite a tight fit. So we might scrape, oh shit, up against something. I can't use spacebar. There's way too much lift. So to go down, I'll have to just go forward slightly. There it is, okay. All right, tugger is fully locked up. We've got the satellite attached. How's the processing going? Jesus, that's a lot of iron. There's still like 2 million back at the base. All right, we're definitely going to be carrying a decent chunk of resources with us, that's for sure. We should be right though. I'm confident in Mars' abilities. We've got plenty of hydrogen, looking good. Oxygen is looking good as well. All right, let's just double check a couple of things. I added a few more cameras around the place. So we've got, there's one on the top of the solar tower, which is not really that useful, to be honest, because it rotates around. There is one at the bottom of it though, which is quite useful because when it's upright, it points towards the drill. And then there's two on the bottoms of the thruster nacelles, so we can watch the solar tower as it's coming back down. All right, lift off. Oh god damn it, my gyro's reset again. Whenever I turn the gyros off, the power resets for some reason. So I've had to put it on the toolbar. There we go. All right, let's get into flight configuration. There we go. All right, first stop is we're gonna go drop off the satellite for Mother DIC. And then we're gonna go to Mars. Which I believe is over in that direction somewhere. There's the alien planet. I think it might be just like down there, or maybe just down there somewhere. All right, so once we get out of the gravity well, we could just jump straight to the SATCOM drop-off point because we have the GPS marker. There's the moon. Yeah, there we go. There's Mars. All right, dampeners off and just coasting. So I've got jump drive buttons on the on toolbar 3. I've never used jump drives before, so this will be a learning experience. But I have two. I'm hoping I can do this. I have one without a GPS set for a blind jump, and then I have another one that I'm hoping we'll be able to use as a jump point. So if we want to just do a blind jump, we can. It does like to move around on its own, which is pretty understandable with all the subgrids that's on this thing. Is that it? We're out of the gravity well. So we should be able to jump straight there. All right. So we can do the entire jump. All right, cool. I'm gonna start to slow down. Whoa. We make it? Yep, 730 meters this way. Oh, Jesus. Oh, yeah, we don't have any gravity now. And I don't have a gravity generator here. How much power did we actually use? Quickly run back to the... Whoa, Jesus. All right. Yep. Okay, you can tell Timmy's never been in space before. Holy shit. Okay, we only used one jump drive. And it's got 4 minutes to recharge. All right, cool. Let's get out into the hangar. All right. Let's just fly around. And we want to put our helmet down. We want to depressurize the hangar so we don't waste the oxygen. Or wait for it to suck all the air out. Although the tank's full, so it's not going to be able to do that. All right. So let's jump in here and turn on the thrusters. Okay. Spacebar in this thing is fucking brutal. Holy shit. Alright, might have to do a little bit of an EVA to disconnect it. Oh no, actually we won't be able to. Once we connect this way, we'll be able to. We'll be able to access the gear from here. There we go. Okay. All right, let's get this thing into position. And let's turn the antenna off. Where is it? Where's the GPS marker? God damn it. Space is very disorientating. All right, there it is. 300 meters this way. There we go. She looks good. Okay. I think that that will be all right. That yeah, it should be able to reach Mars and the alien planet. I'm not sure about the moon though. All right, cool. Let's get back aboard Mars. And then we are heading to Mars. Alright, let's turn the lights off because it'll make docking easier. Alright, no spacebar, Timmy. Just... there it is. All right. Locked. Battery on recharge. Okay, doors shut. This place will repressurize. Excellent. Okay, and jump drive is charged. So we can head to Mars. I would definitely like a gravity drive on here. Although, does the gravity drive still make this happen? Because if it does, there's no point. I want it to. I'm hoping that the like the character will walk around like it's on a planet. Anyway, yep. Satellites in position. Next stop is Mars. And we could probably just do a bunch of blind jumps, I guess. All right, cool. Well, I am gonna make my way over to Mars, guys, and in the next episode, we will be on the lookout for some platinum. So I hope you enjoyed this. As always, don't forget to lead your targets, and I'll see you next time.